from PRX.
All right, everybody, it's time to talk about tonight's sponsor, Helix Sleep. And if you listen to the show, you already know how important a good night's sleep is, right? How it sets you up to have a better day. But I can tell you what, like your mattress plays a big part in that, right? Being comfortable, having a mattress that fits how you sleep, your feel preferences, what positions you like to sleep in, especially with the changing of the seasons. That's what I love about my Helix. I took the Helix quiz. I got matched with the right mattress because I don't like to be hot. I don't like to be stuffy. I sleep on my side. I sleep on my stomach, and my current Helix is a huge upgrade from the mattress I was temporarily sleeping on. So think about what you're sleeping on now, and then take the Helix quiz. See what mattress you get matched with. You could take it at helixsleep.com/sleep. It'll match you with the perfect mattress based on your personal preferences and sleep needs. It makes buying a mattress easy, and that Helix mattress will be delivered right to your door with free shipping in the U.S. You can rest easy with seamless returns and exchanges. And the Happy with Helix guarantee offers a risk-free, customer-first experience designed to ensure you're completely satisfied with your new mattress. There's a 120-night sleep trial, and a study they ran found that 82% of those involved saw an increase in their deep sleep cycle while sleeping on a Helix mattress. So get over there. Go to helixsleep.com/sleep to see the latest offer for Sleep With Me listeners. That's helixsleep.com/sleep for current offers. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody. All right, everybody, it's time to talk about tonight's sponsor, ZocDoc. You know, finding a doctor that you really like is kind of like finding a diamond in the rough. Searching, because you got to find somebody that's in your network. They're nearby. They take new patients. They have open time slots. But that's just the beginning, because then you want somebody that's going to listen to you, explain things to you in very clear language, follow up, and make you feel safe and cared for, right? So we all have our perfect doctor checklist because we deserve it. And that's why you got to check out ZocDoc. ZocDoc makes the whole thing easy. ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love. And we're talking about booking in-network appointments with more than 150,000 providers across all 50 states. Whether you're looking for dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or any one of the other 200-plus specialties offered on ZocDoc, you can easily search by specialty or symptom to build the care team that's right for you. You want to see your doctor in person? Great. And if you prefer a video visit, you could do that too. And then there's those thousands of verified patient reviews that give you a real sense of who your doctor is. Whatever it is, you can feel confident that you can book with a doctor you know you'll love. And as I've said, since I've made my move, I've been checking ZocDoc, and I'm still using it as part of my search for my care providers. So you got to check it out too. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/sleep to find and instantly book a doctor you love today. That's ZocDoc.com/sleep. ZocDoc.com/sleep. Thank you, ZocDoc, for sponsoring this message. Friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the podcaster who's here to keep you company and take your mind off of stuff and help put you to sleep, to be your friend in the deep, dark night and help you out where I can. This show is very different. I'm glad, if you're new, I'm so glad you're here. By the way, I'm glad you're here. This podcast is a bit different, but I'm still glad you're here. All I want to do is help you out. Whether it's putting you to sleep or keeping you company or putting a mild smile on your face or knowing someone's there for you in the deep, dark night, I'm here to try to help you if I can in a very indirect and meandering way. So I'm really glad you're here for the show. Most people say this to try the show 2 or 3 tries. I'll talk to a little bit more about that later. What we got coming up is support. And supporting the show is really optional, or there's... like for people that benefit from the podcast. So if you're new You could support the show just by listening to it for 2 or 3 tries and seeing if you like the show or not. If you listen occasionally or from time to time when you're having a tough time, you only listen to the show, then you could follow it in your podcast app. You could tell other people about the podcast. If you can't afford to support the show or you choose not to support the show directly, you could spread the word about the podcast. You could join our referral live streams at sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. But you don't really need to do anything. But if the podcast changes your life in a positive way on a regular basis, we really could use your support in all those ways I listed, following the show on your podcast apps. You know, commenting or saying nice stuff, spreading the word. But also, if you listen night after night, episode after episode, we really could use your support either through the show, supporting the show directly or through one of these sponsors so we can be here for you. Thanks. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, and we're talking about a new sponsor tonight, Talkiatry. And we all know that trying to figure out how to get the right mental health treatment for you can feel overwhelming. Talkiatry helps you move from, I know I need some help, to actually having a psychiatrist who listens and gives you a clear, personalized treatment plan. Talkiatry is a 100% online psychiatry practice that provides comprehensive evaluations, diagnoses, and ongoing medication management for conditions like ADHD, anxiety, depression, and more. Unlike therapy-only platforms, Talkiatry is psychiatry. You're seeing a medical provider who can diagnose mental health conditions and prescribe medication when it's appropriate. All 800-plus clinicians are in-network with major insurers, so you can use your existing insurance instead of paying monthly subscriptions or out-of-network costs. You can meet with a licensed psychiatrist who takes the time to understand what's going on, builds a personalized treatment plan, and supports you over time with consistent evidence-based care. Getting started takes just a few minutes. Complete a short online assessment, get matched with clinicians who fit your needs, and schedule your first visit in days, not months. And because you continue with the same provider, you're not starting over each visit. Your treatment can evolve with you, so you're actually making progress over time. More than 300,000 patients have already found high-quality psychiatric care through Talkiatry. So head to talkiatry.com/sleep to complete the short assessment and get matched with an in-network psychiatrist in just a few minutes. That's talkiatry.com/sleep to get matched in a few minutes. TALKIATRY.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Drew Scooter, and I just want to lay out some of the goals I have for Sleep With Me, which really haven't changed much in the history of the podcast. So my biggest goal is not to put you to sleep, but to bring you some comfort, relief, some peace of mind, some good company in the deep, dark night, a friendly distraction, maybe bring you some sleepy joy and delight so you could fall asleep. But if you can't sleep, or it's really difficult, or whatever it is that you're dealing with, that you know somebody's there for you, somebody's there with you, that you could just listen to and you don't really have to pay attention to. Because that's what I always wanted my whole life, particularly when I was younger and I couldn't sleep at all, was just some kind of comforting presence to help me fall asleep or to get through the night. So those are the main goals of the show. I'm not sure if you share any of those goals. If you already do, you're saying, yes, Scoots, you've done all that for me. Spread the word about the podcast or sign up at sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus so we can keep doing that. And I guess the secondary goals of the show are to make sure the podcast is free for anyone that needs it, who couldn't pay, or for anybody to discover it, maybe just like you did, not knowing it's out there, not knowing what it's like until they try it out a few times and they say, holy cow, I had no idea this would work for me, but I'm so glad I found it. Or for people that just need the podcast every once in a while when they're going through a really, really tough time. Those are the secondary goals. And I guess the third level goals is I'd like to keep making this show long into the future. I'd like this podcast to keep coming out on a regular basis. So if any of those goals, the primary goals of the show, the secondary goals of the show, or the third level goals of the show resonate for you, if any of those goals impact you, could you please consider supporting the show in one of those two ways. It's so powerful. And then you could be a part of those goals coming true. You could say to yourself every single night, I let 5 people know about the podcast. I let 1 person know about the podcast. Or, and this is the truth, my $60 a year changed the entire history of Sleep With Me. My $240 a year, my $7 a month. It's what makes the difference between the show being here for free for people to discover it, to bring people that sleepy joy and delight. And I'm so proud of that. Either one will change the future of the podcast, will make all those goals come true. Just like our first episode was you make my dreams come true. This next episode coming out, this episode is a community effort, really. And if you want to be a part of that community effort, please consider supporting the show by spreading the word or supporting it directly. Thanks. Oh, Mystery Bart, a lot of people help out on the show. Who are they?
Chris Posty Poster Song sounds like an earful. Wrote the theme song. Edits episodes too. Carl W. the Legend. Also edits episodes. Ashley, Kenny, Scotty, Jennifer. Runner. Eric and the team at Astound are on the website. I am the Mystery Bard. I do the lullabies, yeah. I do commissions at JonathanMann.net. I'll write a song for you. Any reason at all. You can tell me the story and I'll make it personal. You see the kindness shine straight on through when the listeners form their own Facebook group. Keith, Stacy, Sarah, Julie, and Jennifer. These are your moderators. Get support dear Scooter on Patreon. Buy the merch and support the sponsors. You can find anything you want at sleepwithmepodcast.com. And we're so proud that we could dance. Rusty Biscuit, Lois, Anna like banana. Leah does the transcripts.
Thanks, Mr. Bart. Don't forget, if you haven't heard about Surprised by Scooter, if you're spreading the word about the show, you're tagging me in social media or emailing me through the form on our website, I'm going to surprise some people who are spreading the word about the show, just letting people genuinely know about their experience with the podcast, with subscriptions to Sleep With Me Plus, maybe a personal video, maybe some stickers, who knows? So get out there and be surprised by Scoots. Thanks, everybody. What do you say we get on with the show? Hey, are you up all night tossing, turning, mind racing, trouble getting to sleep, trouble staying asleep? Well, welcome. This is Sleep With Me, the podcast that puts you to sleep. We do with a bedtime story. All you need to do is get in bed, turn out the lights, and press play. What I'm going to attempt to do is create a safe place where you could set aside whatever's keeping you awake. That could be thoughts, like on your mind, thoughts about the past, the present, the future, thoughts you're thinking about, feelings. Any feelings coming up related to those thoughts, or feelings that are just there, physical sensations, changes in time, temperature, routine. You could be going through something. You could be getting over something. Whatever it is, I'm here to keep you company and take your mind off of it so you could fall asleep, which is a little bit different, right? I'm here, I don't know, the show's a little bit different, but I run through some of the stuff that might be keeping you awake. You know, maybe you work a different schedule. Maybe you are just in the middle of a tough time. Maybe you're traveling or have guests. Maybe I already listed that. Maybe you're tired of repetition. Whatever it is, you're not alone. Like, that's a message I try to get through with this show. There's someone else out there listening to this show right now. And then there's a lot of other people out there that really get that what it feels like. And the fact that it's like, man, I'd rather just be able to go to bed, close my eyes, and go to sleep than have to deal with all this other stuff. And it really feels unfair, and I don't like it. And I've tried all these other things. There's someone else out there, whatever that is, sounds like for you, your version of it, what you're facing, what brought you here. There's other people listening around the world who've been there or been somewhere closely similar. And not only are they seeing you and nodding with you, they're wishing you well. And they're hopeful that finding this show has sent you on the road to finding something that's going to be a part of a nice bedtime routine for you. whether it's Sleep With Me or something else, they're hopeful, they're rooting for you. Because if they're a regular listener, they found the show and they were like, this could not possibly work. And then on the second or third try, they were like, I had no idea something like this could even exist or help me, but I've been looking for this my whole life. I just didn't know it. And so I'm hopeful for you. They're hopeful for you. Plus, they get the positive feeling that maybe you have one day of doing your wind down routine or being in bed and thinking of someone else out there in the world that struggles like you've struggled before, and that you could wish them well across the deep, dark night. Because that's really the essence of the show. We're like, I just get to be the person rambling on and on and on. The true energy of the podcast is that, and like the fact that the thing behind it is everybody deserves a bedtime where they could get the rest that they need so their life was more manageable. Like a bedtime without rigmarole, right? A bedtime you could look forward to or at least feel neutral about and say, well, at least I got that podcast guy, or that podcast I didn't like introduced me to one I do like. So, yeah, that's why I'm glad you're here. Now, this show, as I said, is very different. It just takes 2 or 3 tries to get used to the show because at first you're probably skeptical, you're probably doubtful. Maybe you tried a bunch of different stuff or you listen to other sleep podcasts or sleep audio and you said, this show's not like that stuff. Or this isn't what I expected. And yeah, that's kind of what works about this show. Now, it doesn't work for everybody, but even the people that support the show and have supported it for years, they said at first they weren't sure about it, the first 2 or 3 tries. So all I can say is give it 2 or 3 tries. If it doesn't work out, or you're already certain this show's not for you, we have a website set up, sleepwithmepodcast.com/no thanks. And that has other sleep podcasts and sleepy stuff on there. So if you don't like me or you find like, oh, I tried it 2 or 3 times, and it's not going to be for me, don't worry. Check that website out. It's got tons of great stuff on there. Now, the way the show works, did I already say this? I send my voice across the deep, dark night. I think I forgot that part. I use lulling, soothing, creaky, dulcet tones, pointless meanders, and superfluous tangents. So I go off topic. I get mixed up. I even forget the structure sometimes. But I do all of it to keep you company and take your mind off stuff so you could fall asleep. But this is a podcast that you kind of, you don't listen to so much directly. It's like a podcast you kind of just barely listen to. So it's kind of like an out of focus picture or a TV on in the other room or a show streaming under your pillow. Like sand streaming through your hands, or a boring friend that you get to talk to and you say, hey, can you tell me about something like go through the last few board games or card games you got and just tell, like, why don't you open up the card games and then try to guess what the rules are. You say, okay, like they say, oh, no problem. You want me to do it for like, oh yeah, if you could do it for an hour, that'd be great. But don't make sure it's not interesting. Oh no, it won't be interesting at all. So yeah, that's what this particular episode will be. So no problem. But we put out tons of different styles of episodes. So you have a variety of stuff to barely listen to. But that just takes some practice. You can listen, but you don't need to listen. And the reason you can listen is because even though this is a sleep podcast, there's no pressure to fall asleep. That's a specific reason all our episodes are over an hour. It takes more effort to do that, but that like that's why the shows are over an hour, because so you don't have to think, I got to be asleep in 20 minutes. The episode's going to be over. What am I going to do then? Don't worry, I'll be here over an hour. And I'll be here not to put you to sleep, but to keep you company and distract you versus putting you to sleep. Because there's people listening right now who can't sleep at all, who need a break during the day, who just woke up, just got off work, and they work a different shift, whatever it is. Or they're going through such a tough time they can't sleep. I'm here to keep them company and you company to the very end. Or if you're in that group, I'm here to keep you company. And that way you can listen to me, but you don't have to listen to me. Or you don't need to listen to me. Or there's no shoulds. That's the problem with sleep, is there's so many shoulds. And none of those shoulds ever help me out. So, yeah, my job is to be your bore friend, your bore bae, your bore sib, your bore cuz, your bore bruh, your best bore friend forever, chairman of the boards, Boris Borloff, Borby, Borman, Nabor, Borber. Yeah, your friend to hang out with you, whether you're paying attention to me or not. That's what a bore friend does. I'm just here for you as a friendly voice. Now, what else? Structure the show's the other thing I like to run through, just in case you're new and you're like, why is the show structured the way it is? That's a pretty good question. It's a pretty common question. Sometimes it's met with, it is a question that people answer for themselves very sternly, so I like to answer it for you, too. The reason we structure the show the way we do is we've been making it 12 years, and this is the way we found that benefits the maximum amount of people this show can benefit, because it isn't for everybody, but I hope it's for you. So the show starts off with a greeting. That's the first thing you say. You get greeted. It's friends beyond the binary, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So you feel seen and welcomed in. You say, okay, I might check this show out. Then there's support, so that paying for it's optional, because if you had to pay for it first, you'd be like, you definitely wouldn't want to give it 2 or 3 tries. And there's just people that don't listen all the time or who aren't in a position to pay for it, versus buying an audiobook or paying for a paid audiobook service. Podcasts are available free on every platform. And that's because of the listener support and the sponsor support, which comes after the, what do you call that? The greeting. Then after the support, totally separate from the support, is a show within a show, which is the intro to the podcast. And that's where I try to introduce what the podcast is. But it takes me 15 to 20 minutes. But every intro is new, but if it follows a familiar structure, that way you get something new every time. You get variety, but it's also familiar. And that's just what I know works for me personally and the people that listen to the show. If this show didn't have variety between the styles episodes we do, between the intros, between the tangents, like if every intro was the same, like I just reused the intros or like I said the same thing for 5 minutes, I don't know, whatever keeps me awake and a lot of listeners awake would be like, hey, just so you know, I know he's going to say this next. I mean, listeners know, regular listeners know, say creaky dulcet tones I was at a creek yesterday, like a seasonal creek. Talk about a pointless meander out of a creaky dulcet tone. I was at a creaky creek. I did a on-location episode about it, but I don't know when that'll come out. But, yeah, I was at this creaky creek that's seasonal. I didn't even think, so it's November, and it has already snowed and rained. But even when it rained, the creek bed was totally dry. Well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't here. I've only been here in the fall rain, so I don't know about the summer rain and stuff. But I went running there yesterday, and that creek was churning. I was like, wow, that creek's churning. That's what, I said to myself, wow, that creek's a churning. And so that's like an example. I mean, I could talk about the creek and creaky dulcet tones forever. But, yeah, it's something familiar, but something new every time to help you out. The intro also serves another purpose, is why it's over 10 minutes long, is to ease you into bedtime. So the intro is not designed to put you to sleep. It does put a small percentage of people to sleep. And if it does, please support the show. Because if you fall asleep fast, we really need you to support the show. I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. Just the irony. But it's not meant to put you to sleep. If it does, it's okay. But we could use your support. But it's meant to ease you into bedtime. So most people are getting ready for bed. They're in bed getting comfortable. They're petting their pets. They're doing some chill wind down activity. And that's because what works for me most of the time is having a wind down routine and also having something nice at bedtime to look forward to, or a few different things, like helping my dog get comfortable. And then I lie next to her. I do like a little, I could do a couple of things. And then I read my book. So I have things I look forward to no matter how I'm feeling about sleep that I like, that ease me into bedtime. And that works most of the time. That's what most studies have said works for most people. Not everybody. And some people prefer the story-only versions of the show that you can get on Sleep With Me Plus, or bedtime stories from Sleep With Me. It's in every podcast app. But the intro is a buffer between being awake and asleep. Then after the intro will be support, and then after the support will be about 50 to 55 minutes of me talking about some card games from someplace I've been supporting on Patreon that I've talked about for in a bunch of other episodes. My favorite card and board game company. Inexpensive Bottom Games is not their official title, but that's anyway. So, I'm glad you're here. I work really hard on this show, and we love making it. Me and everybody else, we yearn and strive to help you fall asleep. And like I said earlier, if you want to support the show back, like if you're new, just give it a few tries and see how it goes. If you're somewhat new, just be kind. Not even to me, but to yourself at bedtime. You can follow the show in your podcast app of choice. That way you know when new episodes come out. Build playlists, use your sleep timer, check out different podcast apps. Find one that really works for you. If you're not in a position to support the show, sorry, I misspoke some words there. Or you want the lowest impact way to support the show other than following it in a podcast app, it's spread the word about the podcast. So let somebody know about it in person, online. You could join our referral live streams at sleepwithmepodcast.com/refer. And if the show changes your life on a regular basis and you are in a position where you could support the show, if it consistently makes your life better, consider one of these ways supporting the show, whether supporting a sponsor or supporting the show directly. Thanks. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots, and I want to talk to a very specific group of listeners tonight. Maybe you've listened to the show longer than a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe even 5 years. And over that time you've been listening to the show, things have been financially tight, right? Well, Olive recently signed up to support the show and told me, I relied on the free podcast for years when I couldn't afford to support the show. But then Olive's financial situation changed, and Olive was excited to support the podcast back when she could, to keep the show going, to pay it forward, to pay it back, however you want to consider it. And Katie also sent an email about how isolating insomnia can feel, right? In the deep, dark night, just lying there. A lot of us have been there, and it's just you and the deep, dark night. That's what it was like for me, particularly as a kid, alone in my room. Even though somebody else was in the room, even though I was in a house full of people, I felt alone. And that comfort is what made Katie support the show. And then Caleb said, I had no idea my $7 a month could make such a huge difference in the podcast. And knowing that and hearing that is what made me sign up to support the podcast. So if the podcast has got you through tough times financially, or you've been able to flourish financially because of the support of the podcast, and you're in a place where $7 a month, $60 a year, or even $120, $240 a year, you get that much value out of the podcast. You'd pay for it if it was a product in a store or some giant corporation was selling Sleep With Me for $220 a year. Please consider supporting the show now if you can, so that the podcast can be there for the people who aren't in a place to support it. And it can be free for anybody to discover it whenever they need it. It'll be around because of your support, like Caleb, Katie, and Olive. Thank you so much. You can support the show directly at Sleep With Me Plus, sleepwithmepodcast.com/plus, or by letting people know about the show and just spreading the word, tagging me on social media, or letting me know through the contact form on our website so I could surprise you. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, this is a card game unboxing episode here. And some of the games I'm going to be doing are based on somebody has support on Patreon, Krabe Fragment Labs, which is tabletop games by James Ernst, who I became aware of, if you've heard of a lot of this, because I discovered Inexpensive Bottom Games once upon a time. Let me read their about page on Patreon here. Crabe Fragment Labs is a design studio of game inventor James Ernst. We're also the home of Inexpensive Bottom Games, James's vast catalog of quirky tabletop games. What could go better with Sleep With Me? This means of all of James Ernst's original games are together under one roof. Many of the games are available as free print-and-play versions as well as print-on-demand versions from drive-through cards. If you like our games, especially if you play our games, we'd love to have you support us as a backer here. Since launching Crab Fragment Games in 2019, James Ernst has created more than 50 new games, almost one every month. Some are quick abstract games and variants for our miscellaneous traditional style card decks, while others are fully fledged board games that spend months in open beta. And this was the big news last year for you. In 2025, we reacquired the rights to Inexpensive Bottom Games and are slowly integrating that catalog, more than 100 games, into the company. Be sure to check out Inexpensive Bottom Park for a list of games we brought back. And so I supported a level that's worth it for me because they send out a game every month. And so I'm going to start with a game. The first game I got we had already done, but this game is called Before. So these are games I've never played before, too. So this one is a card game I've never played before. I don't know if it has instructions, which may make it even better. Before, and remember, I also make things sleepy. But this is a game about those movies with James Bond. Before I Dance With You, Mr. Spy. And it's a card game for 2 to 6 people who spend their time, what is the right word we're looking for? In opposition. What are they called? But they spend their time trying to make movie star level espionage people, and they want to dance with them. And on the front of the box, it's a regular size deck of cards box. It has someone who looks like they could be asking that person to dance. There's the Inexpensive Game logo. Then there's another character kind of going undercover on one side, and then another character on the other side in a ball gown. And then on the back, it's 30 minutes, 2 to 6 players. On the back, it says Decide. You've just invited the famous spy, and you could dance with him easily. But at first, you want to tell him your life story because he's the only person who could really understand. So Before I Dance With You, Mr. Spy, is a classic, Inexpensive Bottom card game. It has places to hide, thirsty dancers, and, movie level espionage. All right, so now I'm going to open the card box. All right, so I've opened the box, and there's one card that talks about the components that from the printer. So I think that's just an extra card. Let me count the total cards. There's 2 different backs to the cards. One is a blueprint. Looks like about 60% of the cards have that, and it says, Before I Ask You to Dance, Mr. Spy. Oh, it's more of like a blue wallpaper, mid-century modern. And then the other is like more of a peach mid-century modern wallpaper. A little bit more funky, and that's also says the same thing. Okay, so let's count each separate. Let's separate them into decks, even if I'm not sure we have to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So that's half of a regular deck, right? 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Well, that's interesting. Okay, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Okay, so let's look at the 22 cards first and see. Okay, the first one we have is a number 7, Jack Destiny, who is a SPY, and he's wearing a blue tuxedo, and he's holding some sort of Palm Pilot or something. Then we have a 6, who's also a spy, Odessa Goodwin. Her hands are on her hips. Oh, so Jack Destiny and Odessa look like they're on a TV show, or somewhat. That was, I think, in the 70s or the 60s. It was a British show that has the same title as one of the groups that's a big star of a lot of the Marvel movies, or was, like Le Vengeance, we'll just say in fake French. Okay, this one's also a 6. So I don't know if 6 is like the level of experience, like 006. So there's 2 006. This person's dressed business casual. They have like a sport coat, sweater, or a T-shirt, loose-fitting slacks, sensible shoes. Ferguson Lee, and he has his hand on his chin like he's like, I'm wondering what's going on. Then we have 5. She's in a spacesuit with a water squirter, or maybe some sort of space squirter, a very modern spacesuit, and she's holding her helmet so we can see her hair. She's like kind of looking her eye. She's looking at us sideways. And she's 005 number 1, Jillian Stiles. Then we have 005 number 2. He's on a mobile phone from the 70s or 80s. His name is Friedrich von Smith. He's in a little bit of an action pose talking on the phone. I just tried to zoom in with my thumbs, even though these are cards, to see what was in his left hand. Maybe he's not. He's just holding it. He's also in a blue tuxedo, like different lapels than Jack Destiny, though. That's Friedrich von Smith. Okay, then we have number 5, DeForest Washington. He's very muscular, and he is standing in a pre-action pose, checking. He's looking at something. And he's wearing one of those things that you do see in these movies, which is a sweater. What's that thing called? Turtleneck sweater, like a ribbed turtleneck sweater. Like you'd see him, maybe he's like going to be on the seaside or something, and then sensible blue pants or jeans. Then we have number 4. Oh, and she was also on the cover. Security Jones. Her hands are on her hips. She's in a formal gown, and she's ready. Security Jones, number 4. Also has a matching loop earrings. Okay, that's 004 number 1, right? 004 number 2, Peppermint York. She has lime green shoes, a lime green blouse and jacket, and then a yellow long skirt with a yellow like ribbon, necker ribbon. I don't know what you call it. And one of her hands is in her pocket or behind her back. So she's kind of playing like sly. That's Peppermint York, 004 number 2. Oh, funny. This one's a little bit of homage. This is a number 4, 004 number 3, right? And his name is J. Robert Lucky, which is just funny because a lot of the games are based on Mr. Lucky, whatever. And games do have some luck. He's a gentleman. He's in an overcoat. He has like a walking stick, and his hands are behind his back. Then we have 004, number 4. Is that right? Yeah, 004, number 4. Johnny K. Surratt. And you see, holy cow, this guy's suave, I would say. His hair's blowing in the breeze. He has a martini shaker and then a martini glass. He has green slacks and then an open shirt, long sleeve, like not a blouse, but a dress shirt that's open at the chest. And he's saying, "You caught me with my drink, or this drink, it's for me, or is it for you? I'm Johnny K. Surratt. K. Surratt. He may be a spy. He may be." Okay, then we have Marion Bright. She's the first number 3. So 003, number 1. Marion Bright. She's undercover. You wouldn't know she was a spy. She has a matching reds and oranges. She has a sensible hat on, and then a sensible dress with color blocking and matching shoes. Marion Bright. These are funny. Marion Bright. It's kind of like license plates. Next up is 003, number 2. Jessica Beach. Jessica Beach. Jessica Beach. I don't know if that's one's Marion Bright. That got me. Odessa Goodwin. Odessa Goodwin. Some of them I can't get. There's just like license plates. Jessica Beach, though, is ready for swimming or going under. In her picture, she's got what's called flippers. They call them flippers. Flippers. Well, the future's not ours. You see, whatever. Oh no, that's K. Surratt. I mix the two songs up. They actually kind of mix well. But she's in a water action pose. That's a Jessica Beach. Okay, next up is someone, and they're wearing a tuxedo. Doesn't quite fit them. Long, what are those called? Like long tails. And they're pretending they're Groucho Marx. And that's Hillary Decent. Hillary Decent, or Hillary Decent. Hillary Decent. Hillary Decent, Hillary Decent. I don't know. That's 003, number 3. Or 2, maybe. I think 3. 003, number 4, Donnie Waite. Donnie Waite. Donnie Waite. Donnie Waite? I don't know. And Donnie, who's Donnie, you say? He's number 3, the 4th or the 5th, 3. He's in a casual. He's like in the 80s posing like for like a Van Heusen photo shoot. So he's a hand in his pocket. He's got maroon slacks on, an orange polo type shirt. Could be velour. And then he has a jacket slung over his shoulder with one finger holding the jacket. Like he's like, I'm casual, man. It's casual somewhere. Casual Friday somewhere, Donnie Waite says. Next up, we have number 3, Christopher Zhang. Christopher Zhang. He's kind of looks a little bit scientific, but like a professor. He's holding either a cup or a bag of peanuts. Tough for me to tell since these are paper. I can't scroll on them or zoom. He has his hand in his pocket, a different pocket than Donnie Waite or whatever. He is on a deep red rose shirt, a lavender tie, and then a brown sport coat. And natural orange hair, which we would say is red hair. But somehow the look works for him, and he's Christopher Zhang. Okay, so now we're into number 2, Sonia Locke. Sonia Locke. Sonia Locke is in a full, I don't know if it goes down to your ankles, is it a parka still? Or a long coat? But she has that, and she has like a puffy collar. So she's somewhere where it's very cool, and a hat to keep her warm. That's Sonia Locke. 002, number 1. 002 number 2 is Salma, S-A-L-M-A, Tanner. Salma Tanner. She's turning and looking at us over her shoulder. She's dressed in red, but she has a white collar and white cuffs and glasses. And so she's kind of looking, she is alluring, and she has top secret paperwork in her arms. And she's saying, who, me? I'm Salma Tanner. Okay, next one is Mark McCallender. I got that one. So the easy ones I can get. Mark McCallender. Hardy har. That one made me laugh. I mean, are they all puns, or is it just the one? I mean, but he's soaking wet, so he just came out of the water. Though he does have something to Bruce, and he has a tuxedo on, but black pants, white shirt, blue cummerbund, and an undone blue bow tie. And he's saying, hey, it was like Mark McCallender, hello. Okay, now we have an 8 in here. So this is an 8. I think that's the highest number we've seen. That's Maxine Kelly. I don't think it's a pun. Maxine Kelly. She is an 8. She's in, she has long, are they shoulder gloves, elbow gloves? What do you call it when you're wearing long white gloves that go above your elbow? She's adjusting her summer hat, and then she has kind of a summer dress on. And she's saying, I'm fixing my hat. I'm Maxine Kelly. Maxine Kelly. She was a 008. Oh, wow. Now we have some nicknames, or just this one person has a nickname? 2. He's another 2. He's in full stealth gear. He could go in the water, maybe. He was also on the cover of the box. The Invincible Sarno. Oh, so kind of like the Invincible Sarno. He's the Invincible Sarno. 002 number something. Then we have number 2, Baxter Green. I don't know. He's like kind of like hard-boiled. He's got a raincoat on. Looks like a red blazer, orange tie. He's got a serious look on his face. He looks like he's from a hard-boiled novel. And finally, we have number 2, Alma Rousseau. Alma's dress, she has a beret. She has red boots that go up to her calf. I don't know what those are called either. And she has a dress. She's looking at us over her shoulder, but she's like, right, she's in the middle of doing something. So she's like, don't mess it up. Okay, so we have like, these are the cards. I don't know if these are your characters or the people you're trying to dance with, but they definitely have different rankings and they're rare. So there's only 1 8, there's 1 7, 2 6s, 3 5s, 4 4s, 5 3s, and 6 2s. So I guess like you could get, I don't know, maybe you get lucky and or you try to combine 2 people. Or if you're up against it, then maybe you have to come up with that. Like I said, I don't know what the thing is, right? Okay, these next ones, I'm just going to kind of go through them. Okay, so they have different letters on them. Oh, wait, oh no, there's also, okay, so there's 2 different sets of cards coming up. So we'll start with these blue ones. And these are called la-lair, or you could also be known as the hideout, la-lair or the hideout. These also have numbers, so number 4, so there's 4, there are number 4s, number 3s, and number 2s. So I don't know if they're point totals or what. And the styling of these pages is like blueprints for la-lair, the hideout. Okay, this one is a fish tank, and it has different things like make it look like a fish tank. Next up, also a 4, is Lady Witchbeard's Island. Lady Witchbeard's Island, where pirates go to retire. An island of retired pirates. Oh, this one's funny because it's spelled out. I really like this. Number 4 layer, secret laboratory. Another number 4, clone factory. That's a factory that's been cloned. Clone factory. Clone factory. That's number 4. The last number 4, this is like Cavern of Woe. I think that's funny. Cavern of Woe. That's number 4. All right, now we get into number 3s. We got radar jamming gizmo. That's one of the number 3s. Next, number 3 is a plot device, some sort of device that's essential to the plot, a plot device. Number 3, dancing shoes. Even though these are la-lairs, this la-lair, something about it has dancing shoes. Next, number 3 layer, Hall of Magnets. I think that doesn't, what do you call it? Don't tourist areas have a Hall of Magnets? Have you been to the Hall of Magnets? Yeah, my cards don't work anymore. Been to the Hall of Magnets. Number 3, last number 3, code breaking thing. No, last number 3 is a code breaking thing. That's a number 3, code breaking thing. Okay, number 2. Now we're into the number 2s. Underground spa. That's a number 2. It has a rubber ducky on it. The next number 2 is a thermal teleduplicator. Number 2, thermal teleduplicator. Next, number 2, moist bar. A moist bar. I don't know what that is, but like a wet bar. Oh, wet bar. That's funny. Number 2. These are, I guess, features in your lair, right? You'd have to say, well, I have a wet bar, or you have gourmet coffee. That's the next number 2. Gourmet coffee. Adorable pet. That's the next number 2. Adorable pet. It has a dog with its tongue out. It's got that look on its face. And that's it. So something about these, you could total it up. So I guess if your layer is 6, like you had 2 good layer cards, or 7, then you kind of maybe go against the 7. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure it's not that simple, right? Okay, these next cards are let's see, A, B, C, D. Yeah, so we got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And these are taunt cards. I don't understand it, but because I don't know the game. But this one has a supercomputer on it. So this is a taunt card I. And has a supercomputer and it says, wait, what's that music? Ice cream? So that's a taunt. I don't know. So this must be essential to the game somehow. Okay, next up is H. H taunt. It's someone standing there with their hand on their hip. I shall give you one last opportunity to divulge what they believe I think they know. I shall give you one last opportunity to divulge what they believe I think they know. What they believe I think they know. That's H. That would confuse me. Okay, G is a guy standing, he's holding his lapel. I shall treat you as my honored guest, affording you the same luxuries and escape opportunities as any 5-star hotel. Yeah, that's pretty common in these movies. Okay, F. It has kind of a scientist holding a beaker. I shall reveal the full extent of my dance-off planning. I'll reveal it as I tell it to my fish if you listen in. That's F. Oh, now we have the person from the cover. She's in a like a black and white checkered dress. And this says, I shall defeat you in the ancient game of egg juggling. The next one, we have a whale there. And I'll let you swim with my whales, blithely unaware that all whale tanks have human-sized drains. I shall let you swim with my whales, blithely unaware that all whale tanks have human-sized drains. To get away, basically. Okay, now we have a team of people working together, a scientist and an assistant. This is C. I shall amuse myself by pawing through the contents of your ordinary-looking briefcase. Okay, B. I'm going to leave you in a room where you could listen in to me explain to my fish the greatest heist of all time that I'm about to perform. I shall let you listen in from a room nearby where I'll explain to my fish the details of the greatest heist of all time, which that's B, I'm about to do. And A is, allow me to introduce you to my double agent, Enchilada Progress, Enchilada Progress, Enchilada Progress, Enchilada Progress. There's something in there, Enchilada Progress, Enchilada Progress, Progress. But let me introduce you to my double, Enchilada Progress. Okay, so we have those things. So let me look up the instructions now. Okay. Oh, that's a PDF. I just need the instructions. Rule for the latest version, 2017. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the contents of the deck. The deck contains 55 cards, 15 la-lair cards, valued at 2 through 4, 5 of each. These cards grow your la-lair, your hideout, and make it capable of inviting people to have dance-offs. So the good thing is 15 plus 18 is 33. So, right? 5 plus 3. So that's good. Our numbers are correct. 18 taunt cards, lettered A through I, 2 of each. These cards give you a chance to share something personal with the spies you've invited to dance off prior to them losing the dance off. They can be played to cancel the taunts of other players. Okay, so something about that. They can interrupt your move. Okay, 22 spy cards, valued at 2 through 8, as we counted the numbers. These cards represent your well-meaning but predictable dancer-off adversaries who wander through the world, dancing as they please, like no one's watching. You'll note that these cards have a different back. This is not a mistake. It makes spies easier to find. Spies are notoriously bad at hiding. That means you should cut the deck with your eyes closed before you deal. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right, so let me zoom in. I'm doing this on my phone, so. Okay, before I ask you to dance off with me, Mr. Spy, I'll explain the rules of this game because I believe you're the only one who will understand. The person who loves the dancing off in a la-lair, their greatest weakness is the temptation to taunt the spy before the dance-off. Why is it so compelling? You know why, but in this game, it's simply worth more points. Okay, so setting it up, you shuffle the deck with your eyes closed, or cut it with your eyes closed, and the number of cards varies with the number of players. So 2 players, 7 cards, 3 players, 6 cards, 4 players, 5, 5 players, 4, 6 players, 3. Oh, interesting. The dealer goes first, then turns proceed to the left. If you play again, pass the deal to the winner. Okay, so on your turn, you draw a card. If the deck is empty, then the game is over. You won't get a turn. Next, you must perform one of these actions or pass. So you can play a lair card, place a spy on your own lair. Okay, so you must perform one of these actions or pass. Play a la-lair card, play a spy into your la-lair, take a la-lair or a hideout from another player, or take a spy from anywhere and play it if you wish. Wow, so you can just take cards from other people. Interesting. The details of these actions are explained below. Throughout the game, you'll be building up your lair inviting spies to dance and then dancing with them. Sometimes you also taunt those that you're about to dance off with. Taunting doubles a spy's point value, but also gives them a chance to escape. As you collect spies, track your score by keeping the spies face up on the table in a score pile. If you use taunt cards, keep those cards face down on the spy. This makes it easier for everyone to determine your score without seeing exactly which taunt cards have been played. The object is to be the first player with 33 points or more, or to have a high score when the deck runs out. 33 might sound like a weird score, but with all the point doubling, 33 is a lot harder than 32. Turn details. Here's a description of the details. Okay, play a lair card, la-lair card. I like saying both. You play one la-lair card from your hand, face down on the table. As long as it remains face down, it is a secret la-lair and has a value of 1. Surprise dance-offs. You may play a taunt card as a secret la-lair. This is called a surprise dance-off and is explained later. Okay, you can also play a spy. There are many ways for a spy to stumble into a la-lair. What's my dance hall called? My dance hall? No, hall. La-lair. But the simplest way is when you place a spy from your own hands into your own la-lair. Okay, this is interesting. You may only do this if your la-lair is strong enough for the spy to be there. Adding all your lair cards together, the value of your lair must be at least as large as the value of your spy. You may turn over your secret lair cards if you need to make your lair large enough. So this game may rely on memory. That'll be a problem for me. In the example above, the size 4 la-lair plus the size 1 secret lair, makes 5. Julian Stiles will come here to dance off. From there, you could do dancing and taunting. No, you can't turn over your surprise things. And there's an example one, but no one knows. Okay, then you could take a lair. You may play a spy from your hand as a double agent and take a lair from another player. You can only take face-up lairs, in which case you know what will happen. You can do or face down, in which case you must turn them up and take your chances. The results depend on the value of the spy and the la-lair. If the spy matches the lair, perfect. You take the lair card, adding it to your own, and you keep the spy for points. You can't taunt this spy, so before you dance off, so you get no joy from a double agent. Instead, you'll add that spy to the dance-off assistant of the month list where they're worth the same number of points that is shown. Now, if the spy is larger than the lair card you played, or the lair card you played on, not so perfect. You get the lair card, however, the spy feels this argument was beneath them, so they go to the discard pile. And if the spy is smaller, then you don't get the lair. Instead, the owner of the lair keeps the spy, and that player may decide to dance with them or taunt them right now. If you find a surprise dance-off, darn. If a secret lair turns to be a surprise dance-off, as a taunt card, it's a surprise dance-off. No matter how strong your spy is, if you play it against them, they immediately have a dance-off and are collected by the owner without a taunt. The surprise dance-off is discarded. No, you can't play spies into your own surprise dance-offs. You can also take a spy. You'll notice that spies have different card backs because they're lax about hiding. This allows you to take a spy from anywhere including an opponent's hand or the top of the deck. If you take a spy as your action, you could keep it in your hand or play it right away. You could have a dance-off in your own lair. You could play it as a double agent and take a lair. But one exception, you can't take the lair from the player who you took the spy from. That's not cool. Now, this game was introduced. This is the history part. The history part is that this game was introduced in 1997 with the name we can't repeat. But it was revived as James Ernst's totally renamed Spy Game before it was returned now. This edition is a significant overhaul in the rules and a huge improvement, we think. Okay, there's one more set of things we got to read through about dancing and taunting. From time to time, you'll face a hard decision between, like dancing off someone immediately or gloating. Both paths have merits. So when a spy shows up to your invitation, you must immediately... when you take someone, you must immediately dance or taunt them. If you dance with them, they're worth their printed point values. If you taunt them, their point value doubles. To taunt them, choose a taunt card from your hand, read it aloud in a stout voice, remembering to replace the spy with the real spy name. Okay, there's a catch, of course, which is if you play a taunt, your opponents get one chance to foil you, discarding the other card of the same letter. Okay, that's why the letters make sense. If someone does this, your taunt fails and the spy escapes to the discard pile. If your first taunt succeeds, you may dance the spy off for their double value or taunt them again. You may repeat this as long as you want, doubling the point value each time. Opponents can only cancel your most recent taunt. So, wow, if you get the same of one letter, that's big. You can't play two matching taunts on the same spy. Or perhaps you can, but the second one doesn't work. Whatever. Don't do it. A note about foiling. If you hold the card that can stop another player's taunt, you also have a tough decision to make. You can prevent them from scoring now, or you could hold the taunt card you know is unstoppable. Oh, yeah, that is another thing. Okay. And two taunts. Okay, so I'm just trying to imagine playing the game. Okay, so let's just imagine you draw a card, and then you get to perform one action. Okay, so I got another taunt, but I have two matching taunts, so it still helps me. Then, okay, then I can play a lair, a spy. Okay, but I don't have any lair, and so spies I have are 4 and 5, and then I have a lair 4 and 2, and I have 2 G taunts and 1 A taunt. Now, no one can mess with your lair, right? But you have to play it secret at first, is that right? Oh, and then people could try to steal your lair. Play a lair. Let me see. Okay, so I'll play my 4 face down right now. In case anybody tries to take it, they'll probably be in trouble, I hope. Okay, then I'll pretend I go again. Okay, I get another lair card. Wait, when do you flip your lairs over? Wait, do you have to play a lair as a secret lair? You may play 1 lair card from your hand face down on the table as long as it remains face down. It's secret. But do you have to play it face down? I don't think you do. So I guess I'll play it face up. So I guess my strategy with this game... Well, I guess with this one, I have a 4 lair and a 2 lair. So I'd play the 4, and then I'd play a 2 face down. So then I have 5. And then on my next hand, I would play the 5 spy I have, and then a G taunt, because I know no one can mess with my G. And then I would take 10. So trying to get to 33. Then I'd try to do the same thing with my 4. Oh, which I could do right away. I could have done that immediately. I guess I would do that first with my G. And then do it again with my 5. Maybe play my 4 quick before I even play my 2 as a 1. So I'm just going to play 1 or 2 hands here. So the dealer's hand, I get to draw a card. Okay, so I have 2 taunts, an E and F, a 2 and a 4 la-lair, and a 4, 6, and an 8 spy. Problem with the layers is like, the one thing troubling me is I don't understand the secret la-lair versus a regular la-lair. If you have to use a turn to flip the la-lair card, because 4 is not very high. But I think there's going to be a lot of stealing, too, because I have 3 spies, 3 la-lairs. I guess I'll put my 4 la-lair down as a hidden la-lair, or I'll put it down as a hidden la-lair. Okay, my next person, I got another taunt. So they have 4 taunts and 3 spies. So they can't really do anything. I guess they would try to steal the la-lair card. But then I have to, I guess with their number 6 spy, because it's really the only option you have. Okay, if the spy is larger, you steal the la-lair. But this, oh no, because then you lose the spy. So you have to match it exactly? So I don't want to steal the la-lair. I don't want to lose my high spy. And I want to risk my 2 spy. So I don't want to steal a la-lair. Play a la-lair card. I can't play a la-lair card. I'll steal a spy from somebody else's hand. The person that went first, and I got an 8, but now they know I have an 8, but I stole a spy from them. Okay, the next person I have to draw a card. I have 4 la-lairs and an A and I taunt and 2 spies. We also have a spy worth 7. So I'm going to put 1, 4 down as a secret. Okay, I'll do one more round. Okay, this person got another taunt. So they have an E, F, and I taunt, a 4 and a 6 spy, and a 2 la-lair. I'm going to lay down the 2 la-lair just to see what happens. Oh, it also might help because they know, you know the spy. Okay, so now this person might as well steal my la-lair with this 2 spy. So it didn't really work out well for me because they're going to use their 2 to steal my la-lair. And the spy does match the la-lair. So I keep the spy. You steal the la-lair, adding it to your own, and you keep the spy for points. So I get 2 points for that. Okay, the last person got a spy too, so they might as well just steal the la-lair too, because they have a 2, and they'll just steal the la-lair again. Okay, so that's a little bit of like a quick round there, just to get an idea. It is complicated. I'm going to have to learn a little bit more about the secret la-lair, and then play this with actual humans and see what happens. But I hope you enjoyed this episode, and good night, everybody. Hey, everybody, this is Scoots tucking you in, but I got a question. Do you feel tucked in by your current mattress? Because I tell you what, I do. I love my Helix mattress. Before it came, I was sleeping in a temporary mattress, and it did not suit me. And it did not set me up for a good day every day with the aches and pains and the tossing and the turning. And a quality mattress that fits your sleep needs, your feel preferences, does make a big difference in looking forward to going to bed, being comfortable in bed, and being rested throughout the day. And for me, taking that Helix quiz, getting matched with a mattress because I like to sleep cool. I sleep on my side. I sleep on my stomach. I wanted something firmer. It made a big difference. But what about you? Think about the mattress you're in right now. And then take that Helix quiz, helixsleep.com/sleep. It'll match you with the perfect mattress based on your personal preferences and sleep needs. It makes buying a mattress so easy. You know, Helix is an awarded mattress brand. I mean, it's got the Scoot seal of approval, but it's also been tested and reviewed by experts like Forbes and Wired. Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the U.S., and you can rest easy with seamless returns and exchanges. The Happy with Helix guarantee offers a risk-free customer-first experience designed to ensure you're completely satisfied with your new mattress. There's a 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty. And Helix helps you sleep better. They even did a study where they found that 82% of those involved saw an increase in their deep sleep cycle while sleeping on a Helix mattress. And they got a deal waiting just for you. Go to helixsleep.com/sleep to see the latest offers for Sleep With Me listeners. That's helixsleep.com/sleep for current offers. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/sleep. Thanks, everybody.